friends of mine who know what I do recommended a Netflix show called Bad Influence: The Dark Side of Kidfluencing. And it is worth the watch, but maybe not after a long day of work when you're trying to unwind from combating digital forms of exploitation and defamation. So the show tells the story of Piper Raquel, a child influencer, and her squad, which consists of other children who create content online. The documentary does bring to light several of the dangers of online influencing at a young age. So I want to walk us through some of those dangers and how you as a parent or a young influencer can protect yourself against digital forms of harassment and cyberbullying. Now in the series, several of the parents allege that videos featuring their children were posted to adult content sites in order to derank them in searches. If a person who is under the age of 18 is posted to an adult site in any capacity, you can generally appeal to the website's terms of service, email the website directly to get the content removed. We know that the presence of children on these websites puts them at a significant risk of experiencing sexual harassment and other forms of harm. Websites generally do take these risks seriously and remove content when they're made aware. But there's always those few websites, handful of sites, that aren't responsive to requests. And for these sites, it may be necessary to assert a legal claim. But generally speaking, an influencer who creates their own content owns the copyright and can submit a request pursuant to the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, the DMCA. Now, they can also register that copyright and pursue a formal lawsuit to address piracy in any way, shape, or form, regardless of where those videos end up. Now, the Netflix series also addresses the issue of former squad members experiencing comments from Piper's fans that threatened, bullied, and harassed them. However, hateful comments are hard to remove given that many platforms have strong protections for free speech. Victims of cyberbullying may be able to file a lawsuit depending on the facts of their case. For example, if there's false rumors, they may be actionable as defamation. You may also be able to bring a lawsuit for intentional infliction of emotional distress if the bullying from a particular user is severe and pervasive. Stalking and harassment are also claims that come to mind but are generally difficult to maintain. The world of influencing, child influencing in particular, is virtually unregulated despite being a very lucrative industry. This raises questions regarding the role of both social media platforms and government actors in preventing digital forms of harassment and exploitative working conditions that child influencers may endure in the course of building their brand and reputation. It is crucial that lawmakers take seriously both the influencing industry and forms of digital harm in order to protect children and young people from exploitation and abuse in the industry.